Hey, what's up, guys? So, last week I promised you guys that I was going to make a video the next week, which is this week, about how you can use the trap that I showed you guys how to make last week. But I kind of had some technical issues making that video, so I made this other video. And what this video is about basically, one of you guys did ask me how to make a sand trap, or should I say, good sand traps in Minecraft. And that's exactly what I'm going to be teaching you guys today. So, without further ado, let's get to making it. So, I kind of want to make this trap in a snow biome. Now, the reason I want to make this trap in a snow biome is basically so it's more hidden, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a sec. Alright, now that we're in a snow biome, we gotta get our materials. So you might see a chest behind me, and in that chest are actually the materials that we need. So basically, the reason I didn't put the exact count of these materials in this video is because it depends on you how much sand you want or how much signs, because this depends on how big the sand trap is or what shape it is. Like if you want a circle shape or a square or a pentagon, this literally just depends on you. So you can figure how much sand or signs or dripstone, you can figure that out. Anyways, we're gonna grab all of those. And now what I want to do here is, oh, this is a perfect spot. Okay, anyways, what I want to do here in this video, I just want to do it like a simple 5x5 square. So just make sure to clear out the snow if you're in a snow biome. And then what you want to do is basically just dig a hole down, like dig this area out 6 blocks deep. I'll fast forward that. Alright, now that you dug your hole, now you want to dig a 4x4 hole. Just like that. And you want to dig a 4x4 hole, or 2x2 hole, sorry, that eventually leads to a 1x1 hole. And at the end of this 1x1 hole, you either want to have your dripstone or your crit out. It's whatever you want. And if you don't know what a crit out is and you want to try to build one, go check out my other video that I made a couple weeks ago on how to build a crit out trap. Anyways, after you're done digging your holes and putting your dripstone or crit out, now you want to put some water. Now the whole point of this water is basically to make it so if like a player lands right here or something, you can knock them into the trap. And don't worry if it floods into your 4x4 or 2x2 hole. It's gonna be fine. And if the water doesn't like go in all 4 or in all 3 corners into here, don't worry about that. We'll fix that right after. Right now what we want to fix is the water flooding problem. So basically what we want to do is place 2 signs here, just like that. And then we're going to place a sign right here. And we're just going to tower it up till it eventually hits the top. And put one right there. Alright, now the water isn't flooding. Yay! But it might have solved the problem of this corner, but this corner is still not flooded. Flooded. So we need to fix that by adding some water there. And now the corner, oh, I placed the sign wrong. Maybe that's why. Oh, yep. I made a mistake, guys. Sorry. Don't put water there. I just put the signs wrong. And now once you put that sign, all the water will just flood. And you're basically done with the water now. Now we gotta add our signs. But you might be thinking, how do I make it so nobody clicks? Well, basically all you do is just add signs everywhere and item frames and put crafting tables everywhere. I showed you how to make a proper inescapable hole in my last video that I made last week. Oh, that froze. I'll fix that. Alright, anyways, now that you've got that done, we're gonna add our signs now. So basically, the reason I'm not just putting signs down like that and building from there is because that's all wrong. We want it to actually, we want to make it so we want to make it so you can activate it or not. Because we don't want it to just be like that, or else somebody's going to have to fall down and break it. We don't want that. So basically, if we want to make it so we can activate it, we just have to do two blocks like that and a piston right here. I'm going to clear out a small area. Make sure it's one block to the end. And then I'm going to add a little redstone contraption. So I'm going to get my blocks and I'm going to place a block here followed by a torch which powers the piston. And then after that, we're going to place our redstone and a block right here with a pressure plate. So whenever I stand on this pressure plate, the piston should turn off. And whenever I step back, the piston should turn on. And that's what we're going to use it for. So basically, this is going to be covered with snow. And then, somebody's going to follow us from there. And we're just going to go, whoop, oh, whoop. And then they're going to die to the sand trap. And the reason there's this piston here is because if we have, let's say, a sign right here, and it leads to a sand trap, once we press that pressure plate, the signs break, which breaks down all the sand, and they fall in the sand trap. So that's basically how it works. Also, either put blocks here or crafting tables. It doesn't matter whether you want it to be more inescapable or just like what I'm doing. The reason I'm not putting all the crafting tables and stuff is because I kind of want to keep it simple here and not have it too complicated. I don't want a really long video. Okay, now that you're done with that, all we got to do is place our signs. So I'm going to place them in a kind of motion that goes like that, and then after that, it goes towards this wall. I'll show you that in a sec. I'm going to fast forward placing the signs because it's kind of slow. Alright, now that we're done placing our signs, you could see the pattern now. Because if someone were to break that one right there, then these would break, and which would cause these to break. So the whole area is going to fall down. Now, since our water keeps freezing it, we need to enclose it in sand. Now we just got to place our sand. Just like this. And once you're done placing your sand, the room might be really dark, so we're going to light it up a bit with some torches. Just like this. Now the water won't freeze. Just got to place it down again, and it does the same thing. Now I'm actually going to go in spectator right now to fly all the way up. Getting creative. Alright. Now we want to place our powder snow layers on top of our sand so it's not visible. That's why I like to do it in the snow biome, because nobody really expects it. Like, you're just walking here and then you fall. Like, who would ever expect that? But anyways, now that you got that, like, you could just, like, let's say, lead a person here. Just like this. Like, just lead a person here. And then once you're done with that, you just, like, place a pressure plate right here. And boom, they fall. And then you just buy, and they're dead. So that's how you build a good sand trap. I hope you guys really liked this video. Thanks a lot for watching. I spent so much time on it. It would be really helpful for you to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Bye!